My name is Leslie Williams. Today's date is December 15, 2011. I'm going to start this video out real simple. I'm just now getting used to YouTube, and excuse me. I'm aware that YouTube, you can only make 15-minute videos, actually 14-minute and 59-second videos. So I was wondering, I'm not real familiar with how YouTube operates or how you can try. I'm learning though. Trust me. Right now I'm in a library. What I need. I'm a target of organized stalking and gang stalking, and it was not by what is happening towards me in my life. It was brought about by criminals infiltrating my life through friendly means. And I was a college student, just like your average college student, literally. And when the open physical gang stalking started, my life has literally been destroyed inside and out, literally. And through the years of going through this, I discovered who was involved and who wasn't, as far as who was not directly involved, but still syndicated to the individuals that were involved, that had infiltrated my life through friendly means. And I'm talking about high, upper middle class people that were making about $100,000, $150,000 a year. And but the first thing I want to say is this: if anybody could viral this for me, it might help get the word out in reference to what's happening to me. On October 10th, 2011, I was brutally assaulted on an MTS bus here in San Diego. The assault took place exactly 9.5 days after it was predicted in an email file. And the perpetrators who engaged in this activity overlooked that, okay? And when they realized that I had it, what they did was they literally went in and erased all my email files from at least 3 known accounts as of today, 3 separate Gmail accounts. And they erased all the email files that were sent in those accounts from July 20th up until the day of the assault, October 10th. Then what they did was MTS sent me a video that was altered, and I don't think that they realized that there would be a likelihood that I would realize it was altered, because I have attention deficit. So I guess they probably just figured she won't be able to pay attention, and as a result, she won't see it, how it's altered. And as a result of literally 1 month to the day of the assault, happened on October 10th, and I got the video finally from them on November 10th. And on the same day, it was noticed that it was altered. I noticed it was altered the second the computer over at the University of San Diego opened it up. I think it's called a VLC media program. And I discovered today they do have Windows Movie Media or something. I discovered that by accident, actually. But the point I'm trying to make is that my internet activity, obviously, and it was being blogged about before this incident even occurred on October 10th, that my internet activity was being monitored, surveilled. Emails that I was sending to lawyers and civic organizations like Amnesty International, the ACLU, and other civic organizations and lawyers in reference to an August 17th, 2011 attack that happened towards me. Actually, I got here on the 8th and it happened on the 17th. So that's another almost 9 days after I got here. So what I'm asking is that I'm all alone in this. If you go to www.gangstalkingworld.com and look under their techniques page, you'll see that isolation is one of their main tactics. I discovered over time that my parents were involved in this. My family was. I wasn't talking to my parents for 20 years. I don't exactly come from I don't know what you would call a normal family even nowadays. But I cut ties with my parents a long time ago due to abuse. And so did 2 other siblings of mine, actually. And they sucked me back in 2004. And what I experienced with them between 2004 and 2008, it was clear in my mind that they were involved in this, and that it's a long story, and I can't explain everything in one YouTube video. But the point I'm trying to make is this. Oh, dang, I just got a sort of pain in my head. The point I'm trying to make is this, is that I can get no help. because the police are syndicated in this, and what it is it's organized crime within the system, literally. And oh gosh, there's a manifesto online called "The GangStalker Confesses." You type that in at Google and thoroughly research it, and you'll figure out who they are and how they operate and what they're capable of. They're into a lot of nasty stuff, everything from human experimentation to human trafficking, prostitution rings, which they have already literally tried to suck me into by placing freaked out weirdos along my path. They make targets homeless in order to be able to exploit the destitution. And I'm a Christian woman. There's no way in hell am I going to let anybody human traffic me. But right now, I believe they're literally setting the stage to take away my Social Security, because I have literally there's a term called gaslighting. It describes what the methods and some of the tactics that gang stalkers use. You can discover what they are by going to YouTube and typing in gang stalking and gaslighting, gang stalking tactics part 1, gang stalking tactics part 2, and then Google gang stalking and do some research, and you'll figure out who they are. This crime is literally happening towards hundreds of thousands of Americans in this country. It's organized crime that is within the system. They're white and blue collar workers. People that I don't even know. I just got here in San Diego on August 8th. I've already been assaulted twice, intimidated 4 times, physically threatened 3 times. A guy even chased after me on November 5th. And one of the things about this is that I don't know how many people are going to have ever heard of this before, but there's a technology that gang stalkers have, because it's literally protected by organized crime that's in the system. So we're talking police, even firefighters, and members of the DA's office, prosecutor's office, district attorney's office. It's pretty criminally infested. And what they do is they go after single women, single mothers, the elderly. They're into a lot of really just any avenue that they can make money off of anybody. They will literally find the vulnerable and go after them and destroy every aspect of their lives. And they got the power to literally blacklist people from employment. So this is literally what I am going through. And MTS won't send me another copy of the video, because they realized that the video that they sent me was found out to be altered, and a blog was written about it that day. So they won't send me another one. They just figured that since they got the power positions in the community, they can literally influence. They had such power positions in the community, they can literally influence lawyers not to take your case. I can't go to the cops. They're syndicated. San Diego police has been involved in this from the get-go. And I can't explain all that in a 15-minute video either. It's syndicated and organized crime within the system. And then they have, obviously, they're connected also to organized street crime. Because, again, like I said, they make money off of any endeavor that they can sink their teeth into, and anybody that they can sink their teeth into. They literally took me out of my home. They stole my rent that I mailed, return receipt. And then what they try to do after that is exploit the destitution. They stage vehicle accidents so you don't even have a car. They'll work mob people, which means they'll have them gang stalked at work to the point to where the target just gives up and goes to another job. But getting back to, I wear this right here on a pouch that's attached to my undergarments, so when they harass me along my routes, I can catch them on digital audio file. They have some technology, and it's called remote neural monitoring. Now, within the 16-page PDF file you find online, you can come to understand what remote neural monitoring is. But also in that same 16-page PDF file, you'll discover that the reason why their other capabilities are listed within the remote neural monitoring file, because the remote neural monitoring file has to do with the bioelectric frequency of the brain, but it also talks about the other capabilities they have in reference to electricity and frequencies, because they literally remotely, neurally monitor you, and they can also literally remotely monitor anything that emits a frequency, because your bioelectric frequency of your brain emits magnetic flux when your brain is, when you're thinking, even when you're at rest and not thinking. And as a result, they identify and mark neural circuitry in it and are literally able to piggyback on the frequency of the bioelectric frequency of any neural circuit, the resonance frequency, and it's all stated in the remote neural monitoring file. But it also additionally includes in that same file how they have the capacity to piggyback on the frequency of anything that emits a frequency. It literally flat out says video recorders, and it's all over the internet. Other targets who get smart and buy these, they're saying the same thing. And literally what it says in the remote neural monitoring file, they can literally piggyback on the frequency of any device or anything that emits a frequency, and literally go into it through the RF filter and compromise the internal functions of anything that emits a frequency. They can literally go in and change the internal functions in this digital tape recorder. They can erase data, edit data, delete data. They can literally turn off the internal functions of this by turning it off or turning off the internal volume. So if they do come along my path, they might decide to just leave it on, but turn down the internal volume to where nothing gets caught on the digital audio recorder. They can also go in and change dates, which they've already done. So I had to go out and buy a microcassette recorder. So I could, if they pull anything, and if I'm lucky enough to get it on tape, I can then stop right then and there and put it on one of those handheld tape recorders that you push the button, and it's got a microcassette. So, I'm not real good with YouTube. I'm not good with YouTube at all. Not yet. I'm learning though. So if anybody sees this video file, could you please viral it for me? MTS literally aided and abetted in the assault that occurred towards me on October 10th, 2011. Literally, the bus driver, as the bus was driving down the road, I was on the very back of the bus on the right, on the same side the door was supposed to be on. And you can look at my video as far as, because I took this video camera that I'm taking this video right now, and when I put the CD-ROM they sent me in the EXE format and put it in the computer, the university's computer automatically opened it up, and that's when I discovered it was altered. So I took my video camera that I'm taking this video right now, and I took a fast picture of what I noticed was altered, and then I saved it. And that's online already now. You can find it by typing in "learning disabled woman brutally attacked on MTS bus" and viewing it. So, but I don't have right now the expertise or the knowledge to attempt to viral something, and I don't have the connections. The bus driver was literally, because I was all the way at the back of the bus, okay? I could literally see him through his big old mirror that he's got when he's looking, when he looks in it. He was literally gaslighting me with physical gestures that GangStalking expeditions engage in. I've been harassed every single day along all of my routes since I have been here, since August 8th. I've been attacked twice, threatened about 4 to 5 times, chased once, and harassed every day along all my routes, including over at the University of San Diego. And so when you look at this, this is not just what I'm experiencing. I'm also experiencing the literal sabotage of every other area of my life. They've wrecked my credit. They've caused, I'm not going to flat out say it because I know that if the wrong people get a hold of that information, it might not be good, because you never know who might be watching YouTube, including the syndicated police officers who are doing nothing but trying to protect their buttonness. So what I'm saying is that they do create homelessness of targets, because the main goal is to exploit the target and what the target's got, their finances, their property, and their bodies. And they do that by eventually getting legal custody of them through syndicated members within the probate courts. That's how those 4 mentally disabled individuals were held in a basement for 11 years in Philadelphia. Ask yourself a question about that. That woman who had those 4 disabled people, she had killed an ex-boyfriend, starved him to death in a closet. How does somebody like that get power of attorney of 4 people on top of having the 50 identification cards of other people on disability? Okay? They go after single women, they go after people on disability, they go after single mothers, they go after the elderly, and they go after a bunch of other things, and they're into a bunch of things like human experimentation, prostitution rings, human trafficking, drug trafficking, everything. Okay? So I'm a single woman on disability. Do the math. And they're literally flagrantly having me brutally assaulted at will whenever they want, while I'm being harassed, while I'm dealing with the non-stop electronic harassment, along with dealing with the physical hardships of the circumstances they put me in through their other tactics that they create covertly, like stealing rent, staging vehicle accidents so you don't have a car to sleep in. So this is what's happening to me in San Diego, California. I got to stop this right now. It's almost 15 minutes long. My name is Leslie Williams.